At 15, a verse of Scripture that changed my life was Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And that was really a breakthrough to believe that God could call us to something that was beyond ourselves and He could accomplish it in us. God welcomes us being honest with Him. God's big enough to handle it. We're the ones who sometimes aren't big enough to be honest about it.
Were there times along the way that it got shaken, your faith?
One time when my faith really was shaken early in my adult life was in the first year of my marriage to my wife. She began to have back trouble, and we thought it was just strain and stress of working as a dental assistant. And the orthopedic surgeon came in the day after the myelogram, which is a test to determine where the disc should be operated on. And his face was as white as his lab coat. And he said, "Your wife doesn't have a slip disc. What does she have?" "She has a tumor in her spinal canal. She has cancer." I got to tell you, when you're 20 years old and you think, I'm trying to serve the Lord and I don't understand why this would be happening to me. And it was a real time that shook me to everything I was. I learned some important lessons. Number one, the rain falls on the just and the unjust, as does the sunshine. And we're not exempt as believers from the toughest experiences in life. What we are blessed with is not an escape from those, but it's God's grace through those. God is big enough to handle whatever doubt I have. And I can be brutally honest with Him. I can even be angry and express that, because God already knows what my heart is anyway. God's the only one that knows my heart. And the breakthrough for me was when I was really honest and said, "Lord, this isn't fair." And it was like His love enveloped me. And I've always found that He meets us at the point of our candor and our honesty with Him. I think sometimes we've given people this false sense that if you just love Jesus, everything's coming up roses. You're going to be rich, you're going to be healthy. Well, you're going to die sooner or later.
Yeah.
We're going to die. And following Jesus does not necessarily make my life easier. May make it more difficult. The question is not whether or not my life is going to be easy, but whether or not I will be found faithful in the midst of whatever life delivers.